Welcome back to round 1, back 9 on Västervik Open, sponsored by Prodigy Disc. We are in Alvikens discgolfbana in Västervik. This is the second stop of the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour. My name is Michael Bui, and with me we have
Fritiof Fagergren, back on the mic. After a rocky front 9, we arrived at the back 9 for the first round, and we hope to see these guys kind of get on the birdie train here. As, half our card has been able to keep it together in the strong winds, and Anders and Ville unfortunately falling victim to the bogeys.
Yeah. Would you say the back 9 is more difficult than the front 9, or is it pretty equal?
I would say if you could make the front 9 just get out, get pars, you could really score on the back 9. That's where you really gain the strokes. So starting off with a really difficult birdie to get, 138 meters par 3. There's OB long right and left, and you really just want to hit the gap, stay low, and just try to do what Dennis is doing.
Yeah, he's gonna have a long...
Look at this.
Wow, that's inside the circle.
Yeah, that's like 8 meters. Really great drive. I imagine this must be one of the harder holes.
Yeah, it's average 3.54, so the 6th most difficult hole on the course. And it's a treacherous green as well, because
really
it's up on the mound and get a rollaways. And
it's kind of it's a small mound. You don't really realize how much it affects the putting.
Yeah,
but it really does. If you airball, it's gonna go like 3-4 meters extra.
Yeah, and also with the wind.
Yeah, and it can roll as well. So it really it's important where you place yourself on the green.
Yeah.
If you're on the right side, because the basket is up on the right side of the mound, your disc is not going to travel as far. If you give it a little lofty bid, it's not as prone to roll either, because you have a lot of ground after the basket to catch your putt.
Ville just laying it up for the bogey, and Daniel as well.
Not wanting anything to do with that green. Anders also taking his medicine, and this is a good time for Dennis to pick up a stroke on all of them. Look at that.
It makes good. That's a great birdie to get.
Really good birdie. Ville with another unfortunate bogey, but Anders is finally going to stop the bleeding here on hole 10. Let's hope we can see some birdies from him coming up here soon.
Yeah.
Hole number 11, par 4, 151 meters, a really soft par 4 with a right turning shot off the tee. There's a gap as well that you need to hit, but after that, there's not a lot of danger. Get yourself into the open to have a clean approach into the green.
Would you be surprised if I told you that this hole actually played as the easiest hole on the course?
No.
No?
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, it totally makes sense. There's not a lot of danger. You just don't want to miss way left, which is hard to do off the drive, because there's so much to hit.
Yeah, it's a short par 4. You just need to hit and get some distance, and then you'll have a short approach to the basket.
Look at this. Super nice, really controlled shot. Just glides in and puts it perfectly into the sweet spot.
Looks like Ville is holding a slower disc.
Yeah. Very common. And even that shot, he's like 90 meters from the basket.
Yeah.
Really nothing in the way. Except for the wind and those trees.
Yeah, he's gonna have an obstructed putt, but
it's gonna be a hard make. Anders, after a really great drive,
keeping it
really
low.
Great approach.
It's, Gonna be an easy birdie for him, hopefully. And Dennis with his Rhino again.
Yeah, flexing it.
That's a good approach, and we actually saw him make a really... I think it was a throw-in or...
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I remember it. Last year, all weekend, I think it was round 2.
Was it for the eagle or bird? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he got the eagle. Really nice highlight. So Ville was actually way closer. He has a good look here for the birdie. Look at that.
He converts.
Let's go. He was way closer than I thought.
Yeah.
Good bounce back there for Ville.
Stopping the bleeding. Hopefully he can shave some of those bogeys off, and Daniel will have to go for a knee, but no problem.
Yeah. I really like this green. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, the tree just naturally fell like that, and they decided to keep it like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's really nice.
Looks like we'll have the first star frame.
Yeah.
On the easiest hole.
Yeah. Makes sense. Hole number 12, now a 64-meter par 3 island hole.
Yeah, this is a short one.
Yeah, really, really short. It's the shortest, one of the shortest holes that we play all year. But it's very tricky, especially in the wind, with the island being so small. As you can see here, Denka almost falling victim to the hazard.
And you can see how the wind toys with his disc. It's really unpredictable. What is this?
What?
Spike hyzer with something super overstable.
Hard to tell where that landed. We'll have to see.
But it worked for him.
I guess, yeah.
Anders getting a lift.
Go in! No way! Oh, I had no idea.
Basket.
Oh, come on. Yeah, let's see it again. Look at that. I wonder what he was throwing.
You can really see the wind lifting it up a little bit.
Yeah, look at that. And then... so close.
Centimeters from going in.
Man. Yeah, that's so sad. But it's going to be a birdie. Another birdie. So he's really getting back on the horse here. And Ville
getting stopped by the OB stakes. And
I think it's a really nice detail. You can see that they've made the stakes in front of the green in line to the tee pad a little shorter than the other sticks, just to not make that an obstacle, or as much of an obstacle.
Yeah. Dennis getting the birdie and a turkey.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
It's a great putt from Daniel in the wind.
I wonder what he threw on that hyzer. Must have been something crazy stable.
Like a tilt.
Yeah, it could be a tilt. Something like that. Fortunate bogey for Ville, but this really is kind of a birdie bogey hole. Hole number 13, 225-meter par 4 with OB on the left side. You want to stake behind the creek or try to push a really far drive beyond the creek to set yourself up for an approach into the green. With the wind today, left to right head, I don't think anybody is trying to go further than a creek.
This needs to stable up.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Just dies. It's really pushed down by the wind. Then, so this is just a straight headwind. Chucking on something really stable here. Hanging it out on the right side.
Just playing it safe. That's a smart play.
Anders, really nice height on this one. It's going to be in prime position. Yeah,
That's a good
Super
drive.
good. Yeah, if you could drop a drive short of the creek anywhere, you'd drop it. Like,
Ville going high, which means it fading towards the OB.
sit.
And it does.
Denk up first, trying to save his par. Forcing
cool.
something over, gets a kick. Wow, that could have been disastrous.
Yeah.
Imagine that gets stuck. He's basically, essentially thrown from the same spot for 5. Oh, Ville hitting the gap, but it just gets destroyed by the wind.
Gonna have a long bid for the birdie though.
Daniel flipping something over, just left. Gets a little sneaky though. He's gonna have a long bid from there.
Yeah.
Around 14, 13 meters.
See if Anders can convert on this awesome drive.
Oh
and
yeah, look at this.
looking low and good. And
Sit. There's
Ooh.
OB long. Yeah.
yeah,
It's gonna be
overall,
safe.
But yeah.
Hit the feint.
Always good to have a supportive caddy.
Hmm.
Ville leaving it a little low. Daniel wanting that, but he'll go for par, hopefully.
Just short for Anders as well. What did 13 average? Ooh, sneaks it in.
13 average
for the par.
4.27.
4.27. Okay.
Yeah.
So still difficult hole.
The 8th most difficult, so around middle of the pack.
Yeah. And that really shows you how difficult this course is.
Yeah.
The just average difficulty hole is averaging like a third stroke over par.
Mm.
That's pretty good. All right, so hole number 14, par 4, 169 meter, left turning fairway the whole way to the basket. No OB, just a lot of freaking trees.
Yeah. That's the theme of this course.
Yeah.
And a lot of Swedish players actually rank this course as top 3 in Sweden.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think they're right to do so. I think it's a really good course, and I think they use natural obstacles in such a way that it punishes you for bad shots, and there's not a lot of luck out on this course.
Yeah.
Which I think it's just great course design.
Would you say it's more of a technical course more than a long course, or is it a little mix of both?
I think it's both. I think they do really well in mixing all elements of disc golf. They have dangerous greens, they have longer holes, they have shorter holes, they have OB, they have natural obstacles, they have wooded, open.
Yeah.
So.
Dennis getting a friendly kick towards the fairway. Let's see, Ville from very short positions gonna have to fight for the par. Daniel not happy with hitting the tree.
No.
But who is happy hitting trees?
Here's another tree. Thank you. I think this Toro from him.
Yeah, should be pretty close.
Oh.
Did it go under the rock?
Yeah, it looked like a little bit behind. It's gonna be a little obstructed, but
I hope he stands on the rock and putts from there.
oh, really missing the gap. So Dana pitching up here for a par, and this I feel like this is a birdie that you'd like to get.
Yeah.
This has to be playing as one of the more easier. Oh, wow.
That's a good bid.
Wow, that was close.
Yeah, this whole average actually 4, so
Yeah.
on par.
Right on par. And what is it? The like
The,
fourth
the
easiest?
12th
12th hardest.
hardest, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good birdie from Dennis.
Yeah, good bounce back.
4 under from Dennis after 14, and that's a pretty decent score given the conditions so far.
Yeah, I agree. Hole number 15 now, 103 meters, par 3, tight gap off the tee, and a really specific shape to get into the green here. It looks a lot easier on camera than it is.
It's a little bit downhill as well.
Yeah, it's downhill, and it's really a really specific hyzer flip to flat that is just so difficult to pull off, especially in this wind. And Denka just shows us exactly how to do it. That's like how ideal that's how you draw it up, you know?
Yeah.
That's as close as you're gonna get without getting lucky with your tee shot.
This needs to fade.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. And you can see how difficult the green is.
Yeah.
With the distance control, you really need to put it close or...
Yeah, it's a steep drop off behind the basket. And the best you can give yourself if you hit the gap with the backhand hyzer or the forehand flex. I mean, you could park it, but you're going to get skinny. Most players that hit the gap and getting a successful drive off, they land about 5 meters to 7 meters to the left, pin high. So they're going to have that danger of missing the putt and heading down the hill.
Yeah. And Ville is hitting like the smallest tree on the fairway and didn't really connect on his upshot, and will have to have a tricky putt to save the par, and looks more like a layup.
Look at that veteran move though. 9 over, 15th hole of the first round, he laced that up. You know?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of 17-year-olds that can do that. A lot of them are just going to run it and then run it again and then run it again and then just be putting.
Ooh, a little high from Daniel, but converts to birdie. That's a great birdie to get.
Really, really nice birdie. Let's see if Dennis can keep pace. But yeah, really veteran move on Ville, knowing that there's 2 rounds left after this one.
Dennis with a 2-second routine puts it in.
Yeah, that was basically, that just looked like a tap in. It was like 5-6 meters maybe.
Yeah.
So I guess it was a Dennis tap in.
Yeah, and like with the drop off behind the basket, didn't even think about it.
Yeah, nothing.
Join the Paul Macbeth Foundation's Builders Club to help bring sustainable disc golf experiences to people and communities around the world. Your donation will go directly to making a difference. Together we can make a big impact, one small donation at a time.
Hole number 16 now, 69 meters, par 3, very steeply downhill, and it's short. It plays really short, plays like a 45, 50 meter shot, and with OB behind the tree line.
Oh, that just dropped.
Wow. The wind just, killed the disc. That one as well.
Yeah, this should be a good wind read from Anders and Ville, and let's see if they can correct the mistakes from the others.
Give it some height so it doesn't die. And Anders hit the height really well there.
And it's gonna be circle's edge putt for the birdie.
Maiden shot, puts it up high, turns it over a little bit though. Oh wow. Good kick and a friendly roll towards the basket. It's going to have a 7-meter putt there for the birdie. Dana with a putt approach.
It's a good up from him.
Yeah, really nice.
Dennis.
Think laying it up with the rhino.
With his rhino.
Yeah,
he usually doesn't do that, man.
No, it's a good decision, you know, can handle some wind.
Anders converting.
Nice.
It's a good birdie to get.
This is one that you really want though, especially when it's calm. This is a birdie you'd like to get. Nice putt there for Ville as well. Look at that. Good nice bounce birdie. Back.
Yeah.
Super composed. I mean, just, yeah. Really professional.
Hole 16 average 2.8, so...
Yeah. One of the easier holes.
Yeah.
Hole number 17 now, the bigger brother of 16, 110 meters. Very downhill, par 3 as well. And yeah, you want to hit the ground about 10 meters from the basket and skip it up into the circle.
This one is leaking a little bit left.
There's Obi on the right side, guarding the 18th fairway, but you really have to get through some trees to get to that one.
Sneaks up.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a 4-meter putt. It's a really great shot from Ville.
Yeah, leaked a little bit right, but got through.
Yeah. Then it's with the Rhino again.
Wow.
Wow.
Come on.
They're asking for the ace, but he'll have to contend with a Denka tap in.
Yeah, with a Denka tap in. Really, really nice shot there for Denka. Daniel ripping on something on a hyzer here, getting the skip up, ground play.
Yeah, as you said, 10 meters short and just getting it to roll up to the basket.
Yeah, nice execution there.
And Anders with his disc again on the forehand. It cut rolls.
Mm.
Oh, did he actually hit Daniel?
No, did he?
It looked like it hit his foot or something like that.
Oh, man, I don't think so. I think there would have been a bigger reaction. I think it just looked like that, but...
It's a good lofty bid from Anders, but it's gonna contend for the bogey.
Yeah.
Let's see if Daniel can convert. Yep.
Nice birdie. Getting the 5 down. To remind you guys, par this day was 1008 rated. So these guys are playing around 1050 golf.
Yeah.
So yeah, really difficult conditions, and yeah, great throwing and putting from these guys. Denka getting to 6 down. Super solid. For the finishing hole at All Weekend, hole 18, with OB on the left side, you want to throw an approach close to the gap here and then hit that gap, travel through, missing these trees, fading out to the left to have an open approach, or as open as you get, into the green here with OB on the back side of the green. So you want something to check up before the basket. And Ville, too much right on this drive. I think he's going to be too far and too much right to actually go for something. So it would be a really difficult birdie from there.
Oh, that's lifting.
Wow, look at that. But yeah, he's going to be in good position. Done.
Keeping it wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be prime position.
Great drive. How'd this hole play?
This hole played as the third most difficult hole on the course, averaging 5.9, so almost 1 stroke over par.
Yeah. It is a really difficult hole. It's quite fitting to have this as a ending hole, final hole to this course.
Dennis flexing a forehand. Gets a lot of distance.
Oh, yeah.
Getting through everything.
Be around 65 meters from the basket there. Oh.
Anders
thanking the course for the kick.
Ville. That's a great turnover from not ideal position, so he's gonna be happy with that.
Yeah. We're unlucky to just get behind that big tree though, but
Daniel's putting a move on this disc, and
wow. Look at that.
That should be a pretty short approach for the birdie.
He throws so far and hard.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anders almost hitting the catch cam guy.
Poor Dustin. in line of fire. Wow, look at this pattern pending. Ja, det är bra.
Yeah. Dennis.
Here. Upshot for the birdie.
It's the tree. And he's up again. Yep. It's a good up.
This time it's good. Up to Denka tap in range. P2 backhand. To nobody's surprise. And I have that left.
Ville putting it a little low, but should be pretty close, right?
I'd say edge of circle, maybe longer actually. It's gonna be a hard, difficult, pretty lengthy putt there to end this round. Dana as well. About 12 meters.
He's been getting a lot of low putts missed, so
very close.
Could have gone with a really great round, but still a good round to finish off 5 under. And Ville, he has some catching up to do for round 2. Dennis.
Nice par putt there.
Finishing 6 under is gonna be really happy about that score.
Yeah, the hot round for round number 1.
Yeah.
Really great shooting there for Dennis. Anders finishing with a bogey. He's not going to be happy at all with that round. This being his home course.
Defending champion.
Defending champion, yeah. This leaves him some strokes behind the leaders. Ville, not his best day, but really professionally handled with his emotions, and Daniel tapping in for -5 was just gonna get him on the lead card for round number 2.
Yeah, Dennis and Daniel making a move.
Yeah.
Let's see how rest of the field scored. Henrik Hagman, Gustav Dahlén.
Yeah, no strangers to the SDGPT Gatekeeper feature cards or camera cards, so it's gonna be fun to see them draw on this course.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have some better weather on round 2. And thank you to all the tour partners of the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour, and thank you to all the Patreon subscribers supporting the channel. And
couldn't do it without you. We'll see you in the next video for round number 2.
See you.
Hej då.
Hej då.